When I was a freshman in college, I had an introduction to philosophy class with Professor David Lane. And in this class, we talked about the big issues of life. We talked about the meaning of life, God's existence, religious questions, moral questions. And I would give my input in class. It became apparent that I was the only Christian in this class of about 30 students, and Professor Lane picked up on this. And what he began to do is he began to single me out. He would point directly to me and he would say, "Brett, I know you want to say something. Why don't you go ahead and share your opinion first with the class?" Fortunately, I was smart enough to know that I didn't know very much at that point, and I didn't want to embarrass myself, and I didn't want to embarrass Christ, and so I would decline, and he would egg me on. I wasn't ready for Professor Lane. I wasn't ready for the people that I was going to meet and encounter on the college campus.
Today, Brett Kunkel is a student impact teacher with the premier apologetics group Stand to Reason. But as a college freshman, he hadn't developed a complete and consistent Christian worldview. He wasn't ready to contend for his faith in the college arena. And he wasn't alone.
There's so much pressure there to conform to the world's standard.
I'm not really ever faced with any of the real issues of today.
Everyone is saying that you shouldn't stand up for just what you believe because everyone can believe, their own, whatever they want to believe.
If I was to go into a hostile college classroom, before I came to City on a Hill, my thought would probably be to just go along with what the professor was saying and disagree with him privately in my own mind and maybe just sit there and take it in and process it through my own filters, but not agree with it.
There is a place where teens can get ready. A place where they can learn to contend for their faith in the areas of education, law, and public policy. A place that is effectively training teen leaders to humbly and powerfully engage their culture. Since 2001, high school students from across Nebraska have gathered at City on a Hill. This week-long leadership conference, sponsored by Family First, equips Christian teens to better understand what they believe, why they believe it, and how to view all of creation in light of God's Word.
They receive training that they just won't receive in their school system. Training on worldviews, how to share their faith, just really bringing together all the other disciplines that they may study in high school and in college, and putting it all together for a comprehensive worldview.
At City on a Hill, students have access to top academic, government, and religious leaders who will challenge, equip, and inspire them to be ready to make a difference in the world.
We are only as good as your willingness to be involved. It is easy to be critical. It's a lot more challenging to get involved in the process and make a difference.
We've got to get our citizenry more engaged in the process because the decisions that are made in this building and in state capitals across the country do have a profound impact on our society.
There's a lot you'll learn, and I suspect that after a week in this program, you'll have a renewed respect for the political process and how important it is in shaping our culture and society.
One highlight of a week at City on a Hill is the mock legislative session. Students learn firsthand about the legislative process and get a chance to apply a biblical worldview as they debate key topics such as the sanctity of life and defense of marriage.
The mock legislature, wow, that's something else. That's an experience that you can't really describe. You kind of have to experience it.
Attempts have been made upon the American population to restrict them in certain ways.
I am Senator Kaler, and I am in favor of this bill.
Politics matters. It affects the way our lives are lived out, and it matters for the dignity of human life, and it matters for Christian values being lived in people's lives daily.
Are you ready to strengthen your faith?
Everyone needs to know what they believe. You're your own person, and you need to know what you believe about really important things like God, or how the world came into existence, or what you believe about government and the family.
Are you ready to be informed and equipped?
It is also important that we develop engaging citizens. Men and women who are committed to Jesus Christ, but committed also to engaging the culture for His glory. I can think of no better way to equip men and women for that task than the City on the Hill project.
Are you ready to take a stand?
Now I've come to realize how important it is to be vocal about that and make the truth known, even if it goes against what pretty much everyone else might believe, just because the truth can change people.
And are you ready to have a lot of fun in the process?
you get out of bed?
I think it's important for students to come to City on a Hill because, first of all, they need to learn how to love God not only with their hearts but with their minds. And if what you believe in your heart doesn't make sense in your mind, you're going to have some difficulties in your daily walk with Christ, in your ability to reach out to a lost world.
We want you to understand why Christians believe what we believe and help you develop a total Christian worldview. You'll learn why the Bible is trustworthy, how to love God with your mind, and how to apply a Christian perspective to a host of issues. If you want to become a change agent for Christ in our culture, you need to come spend a week with us at City on a Hill. It really will help you get ready for the rest of your life.
Are you ready for City on a Hill?